FlyQuest is going to have a very powerful team fight. A lot of AoE packed into their composition here. There's quite a bit of pick, though, on CLG. You have the Ash Arrow, you have Cocoons, you have Escape.
Can they actually get anything out of this? Should be able to at least
beautiful
flash into the Cocoon. Altec going to be forced to flash away as well. Repel lands, the damage is down. And first blood goes the way of the CLG jungler.
Smithy, what a play from
himself forward here in the bottom lane. The Blast Cone's going to be taking high and Moon over the
wall.
wall. TP coming in. This is the numbers advantage. Azale, the two-man shockwave. The burst going to be coming through. The equalizer lands, and it's 2 for free. FlyQuest.
Yeah, and Darshan, I think, makes the right call there. Doesn't even blow this team. So, go back to live. Actually, Lemon maybe getting caught out.
Lemon getting himself in a little bit of a precarious spot. Afro Moo grabbing the kill with the glitter lance. Now high. Going to be eating some damage on the back end of this one. The shock blast comes out, but with no acceleration gate, it's not going to pose a serious threat. Wanting to make something happen here, getting himself in the middle. Darshan going to be finding the taunt. Smithy trying to get away. Altec limited Moon finding himself in a pretty rough spot. Who he looking to find the kill on the Moon, but there comes the Orianna shield. FlyQuest has found the enemy mid laner. Can they get more? Darshan running. Wild Growth himself to stay alive. So many blinking health bars on the side of CLG. And High's looking to come in to
Shockwave available.
Up, but there comes the counter attack. Smithy and Who are there to find a double kill.
Did Altec just die?
Misexecution on those, but his team still grabs the Infernal Drake for themselves, getting that extra damage. Elimination going to be stunned up into more stuns, into more damage. It comes through. Smithy in some trouble. Stand United keeps him alive just long enough to repel to safety.
Have such heavy lane advantages in the sideways with that.
Afro Moo flashing over the wall, here to help Who out, and he slams High into the ground. Batter up. Some kind of a play. They're always bloodthirsty with these calls. High wants to find action and find solutions.
Oh, here's that play.
In some trouble. The damage comes through. The burst comes out, and Stixay goes down.
Nicely done there. We'll see if CLG can get anything back. They are moving Darshan up towards that mid lane. But FlyQuest certainly have the advantage right here, and Hui is split from his team big time.
Hui got a really nice accelerated shock blast, some of the carries from FlyQuest, but now he's found himself stuck out alone and done for. Balls grabbing the kill.
Yeah.
Wild Growth out onto him. The Mantra Inspire allowing FlyQuest to slightly reposition. Darshan looking to go in yet again. Shock blast not going to be finding the target. Sonya's Hourglass keeps Balls right where he needs to be. Comes right back into the fight. Darshan is down, and FlyQuest has won the fight so far. A double kill for Altec.
The crit onto Stixay, finishing him off there, and CLG biting off
most all of those minions, but not quite there. He's sticking around, trying to find the damage onto Balls. One more auto attack to get the turret. He knows he's going to be dead to rights, but Darshan and Smithy are going to make it a 2-inhib turret kind of game. Hui not going to be keeping alive too much longer. Accelerated shock blast finds the mark, but there's just too much armor on the Rumble for it to work. Darshan now trying to find his own escape.
Good Cocoon.
The Cocoon stops
the enemy base. There it is.
Going to be taken low. Here comes your redemption. The fight's going to be breaking out in full force. Darshan a massive taunt! You gotta be kidding me, CLG! With the
and all the other ones are already open here.
Final inhibitor turret falls. Now the inhibitors themselves, the targets, and Stixay will be making very short work of the first one there in mid lane. Altec and Balls eating some damage from the volatile Spiderlings. Top lane inhibitor falls now as well. Darshan backing himself away. And man, is CLG feeling good with the results of these past couple minutes.
Yeah, that is so AoE team fight composition, right? If you funnel in for an unimportant objective like that, you could lose a fight.
And United onto Hui, trying to keep him alive. Equalizer not going to be finding much. High's already been killed. The Proto Bell damage. Balls forced to Zonia's. A double kill for Smithy. Now Balls trying to escape. Moon will not be doing anything of that nature. Altec getting himself away from the taunt from Darshan, but it's not going to be doing a whole lot of anything. Blink, 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 doesn't even matter. The damage is not there. QS has to keep Altec away. The Guardian Angel's going to be popped. Balls is going to be popped. Darshan's right back alive. The traps aren't going to be doing anything. The ace for CLG, and that is game number 1.
Wow, CLG turned that one around on its head, busted wide open. They're going to close this one out pretty quickly for a very impressive Game 1 victory.
We knew this was going to be a fun series coming into it, Azale, and game number 1 was not a disappointment.
Yeah, the teams delivered, and I think that both teams, even before the Camille nerfs, we saw some games where this was a trade people were willing to make. CLG famously made this trade and it fell flat on its face, where Darshan had, so that it can't crash to the turret.
Just a quick blip on
He
the
did not
radar.
get pinged out. I don't know that they know he's here. No one pinged
On
him.
the radar. He was only there for a second. Now High gonna be forced to run away, trying to get himself to safety. Not gonna be doing it. First blood for Xmithy and CLG.
Yeah, no one on FlyQuest I think saw that at all. They're already roaming down here though. They're looking for a very early dive. This could be risky.
High has no ult. Keep that in mind. Afromoo gonna be taken low. Tries to go for the death sentence. Only finds it onto a minion. Elimination barely getting himself away. Stixay, now the lone man standing underneath the tier 1 turret. High didn't even need the ulti to make that one work.
Yeah, whoa, TP back in. Moon is already waiting for this. This is going to be bad for Darshan. We'll see if he can escape.
This could be bad news, Bears, but here we go. 1v2 for CLG's top laner. Steadfast Presence trying to walk himself away, but it's not going to be looking to do a whole lot. A little bit more damage, and Balls cuts him down.
Nicely played there by Moon. He waits for the TP back. The lane is pushing, so it will be frozen on Darshan. That prompts the TP. Moon lies in 6, so looking for a repeat dive here again. We'll see if they can pull it off. Elimination gets the aggro.
Going for it. Ulti onto 2. Afromoo going to be targeted. More damage coming in. Now they've managed to get themselves the kill while getting Limit away yet again. Huhi going for the 1v1 against High. Drops the Hemo Plague. That'll heal him back up here. And needed to do. Game number 1 was shaky. Game number 1, they weren't able to get off to those crazy playmaking victories that FlyQuest depends on to win.
Oh,
Game
Huhi.
number 2, they're finding the pick onto Huhi. And Elimination. The one grabbing the kill credit, even though High shoots off the ult, the turret in time.
It's too late.
But they don't have to clear. They can't get rid of it. Darshan now going to be stunned up. Balls right into the fight, trying to find the damage. Going to be chain CC'd though, slammed up into the wall. Darshan looking to make the moves. Problem is, no mana, no chance. They grab yet another kill for FlyQuest.
I mean, they start to back off. By the time they have a high reward in this game, they're all paying off.
Very heaven or hell play style, and right now everything is coming up heaven. As
they're gonna die.
The arrow on to Stixay, and he is out of there. Flash away from High to prevent any sort of a counter attack. The tier 1 turret now under pressure. They're coming around with balls from behind. Xmithy with no mana. He's not going to be getting out of this when the ultimatum is issued, and his fate is sealed. Huhi has been able to find his opportunity in the middle. Hemo Plague procs onto so many different. Xmithy going to be caught out, stunned all the way, all over the place. Nobody goes over the wall to chase him. They don't quite have what they need.
Darshan knocked out Balls. They're going in.
Trying to make some kind of a play. High's going to be killed first. Huhi finding the damage onto Moon, who's going to be taken down. A double kill for the Vlad as Elimination runs away with his own wild.
And they still have a lot of pick potential, obviously, with the Ashe Arrow here too. They're looking for Afro.
Afromoo stunned up. Moon is waiting right there. The damage is down, and he's got no way out.
Just like that, nicely played. Hit the arrow, get a kill. Now forcing on this turret, but good wave clear comes out with that Ezreal ulti. Darshan trading well here on the balls, but they're looking to get a kill on Darshan with that ultimatum.
Darshan trying to use the Poppy ulti, but it's going to be interrupted by the Wild Growth knockup. Good move.
Oh, High
getting himself bursted down, tries to take Xmithy with him. Not going to be able to do it. Stixay trying to find the damage. Huhi going to be slowed. Emo Plague down into multiple members, but it's Huhi who's shut down, and Balls is running wild. Precision protocol into the double kill, getting that one for himself. Alltech, a couple more auto attacks are going to finish Xmithy off too. It's going to be a 3-for-1. FlyQuest might just be able to make it 4, but I think Darshan's going to be okay.
That means if CLG gets their second Infernal, that's a pretty big advantage, and even just something that's important to take away.
Arrow comes through, finds his way onto Afromoo. Balls trying to jump himself into the fight now. Huhi going to be bursted down. Hextech ultimatum issued. He's a pool of blood, but he's not going to be that for long. Dead now. A rampage for Balls. Afromoo having to run. Stixay 2. CLG has been forced away. High's looking to find the burst onto Xmithy. Gets the ultimate, but you get a brief stint of vision when it's placed, even if the control ward is there. So they saw Baron wasn't really doing anything. Stun won't find its way onto Darshan. CLG manages to call the bluff of FlyQuest.
They get the TP out though, and there's the arrow going in. Afro looks like he's gone.
Afro caught again for CLG. FlyQuest just punishing this positioning over and over.
And as one come up,
He trying to put some damage on the right targets. Moon going to be bursted very, very low.
High on the backside.
He very close to death, but he grabs the kill onto Moon, and Balls is going to be shut down by Stixay. CLG show up for the 4v5, and they are not stopping yet. Xmithy and Darshan, they want Lemon, they want Alltech. Still trying to chase this one down. The slam's not going to find its way into the wall. The cast knocks him backwards. Wild Growth trying to buy as much time as they can, but Alltech is now going to find a kill before he drops a 1-for-1 off of this extended chase.
But the trade kill, taking down the wave clear, means CLG will get the bottom lane turret. That is key. But High actually took out Huhi in the mid lane there too. So duels going on all over the map. That's a lot of what Vladimir is rotating your spells, getting through those cooldowns, using that Afro pick again.
Afro move. so many arrows finding their way onto him this game.
Yeah, Alltech deserves a lot of credit, honestly. I feel like he's been hitting every single arrow, and he's been nailing them onto Afro time and time again. They keep and Darshan tried to hit the pop-up ult there to give his team time to come in, but he missed. Arrow goes out. Ooh, that was close.
Not finding the mark, but now
big
Xmithy
bison
right
under
here.
High.
High's going to be killed immediately. Can CLG make something happen? Xmithy brought low. Focus Fire won't be able to kill him through Redemption. CLG's got a 5v4.
As if it is UWE and things like that.
Xmithy trying to get himself away from danger. Ball's going to be underneath the turret. Finally takes it down. Who he's able to zone away for, but he's going to pay for it with his life. Redemption keeping Alltech going. 2 dead on the side of CLG, 1 dead on the side of FlyQuest. Darshan trying to get in there onto Alltech if he can. True shot barrage, not going to be hitting the mark. Everybody on FlyQuest is so low. Darshan's going to be grabbing the kill onto High. He's able to grab the kill onto Alltech. FlyQuest is being run down.
Oh, he hit the key slow.
He found the Mystic shot. He needs a few more. Trying to go forward. The Arcane Shift ready to go. Elimination. Trying to run past the Scuttle. Grab the Mystic shot again from max distance. That last one's going to be sidestep. But Stixxay has no intention of letting him get away. Run, little Lulu, run. A killing spree for Stixxay.
Stixxay doing so well with his skill shot accuracy, and Darshan coming up big.
But it's Huhi who's CC'd. Ball's issuing the Hextech ultimatum, but it's not going to matter.
Moon on the side.
Moon off to the side still. Ball's going to be tanking, but they are spanking him all the way back to the spawn platform, baby. CLG shuts Balls out of this fight. They shut him down, and now they got the 5v4.
Oh, Stixxay looking for Moon here. Not going to get
all right, can't quite chase that one down.
No,
Crazy, but Lemon and High are now in the worst possible place. More kills for Stixxay, a double on that one, and CLG is looking for Baron.
That should mean the Baron, and Moon, without the flash in that fight, did not have the confidence to go in on the backline. Even though Balls had them low and he had his ultimate available, he did not go for the play, and CLG gets the fight they want. They're gonna get the Baron, and they are blowing this game wide open.
Baron for CLG after this great fight.
Down Balls, he's caught out.
Tries to jump himself over the wall, getting him away with the hook shot. Wants to slow these guys, but they are not going to allow him to do it today. The death sentence lives up to its name. Stixxay is dominating, and CLG have found themselves another 5 versus 4 opportunity.
Yeah, and it's 5 versus 4 with Baron. So they could try to really clean up a lot of gold off the map here. And the gold is already kind of lying to you, because I do think that CLG has a much easier team fight to execute. Elimination maybe getting caught out. He's going to get ulted in.
Oh, that was a nice alley-oop right into the death sentence. CLG sets up another one. That's what I was going to say before that play happens. In the past, we'll have to see if they can do it here now as High's going to be jumped on. The burst comes through, the heal is popped off, and it is not enough. The blood flies back to Huhi. They grab another kill for themselves. Elimination alive here in 5 seconds, but does it even matter, Azael? The Baroned up minions are here. CLG is in full force. The second inhibitor falling now as they push onto the next.
And they have a huge wave. They can keep pushing. They can back off if they feel they're at risk, but I don't think that they are.
Moon from behind, trying to make some kind of a counterattack right now. Stixxay gonna be taken low. Redemption coming out. They get him before it's cast. CLG may have to retreat a little bit here. Wild Growth keeping Moon alive. Alltech having to kite backwards. Slammed up into his own nexus. Burned down by Huhi. The killing spree coming off the tides of blood. CLG still looking to end this game. Balls and Moon healthy. Elimination trying to support long enough to keep this game going. 10 seconds on High. Nexus turret number 1 down. CLG chasing them all the way back into the spawn
Moon
platform. Moon is gone. Balls
coming up though.
Trying to buy time. High now respawned. Has to somehow hold this line. Balls is into the back. Able to find the kill onto Afro.
I think they can hold on. We'll see.
Xmithy gonna be burned low. Gonna be brought down. High gonna be taken out too. Huhi getting himself that kill. But CLG has run out of time and run out of health bars. They can't finish the Nexus in time.
They can't finish it. The GA is going to come up. Darshan going to die again. We'll see if he can get out. Doesn't look like it. Elder is now spawning. We'll see who can make the first move, but either way, FlyQuest hold on. Their base is in shambles.
I said FlyQuest needed a miracle to hold on here. Can they do it though?
The minions are going to kill it!
It's going to kill the Nexus!
No!
FlyQuest falls at the hands of a Winion! And CLG will 2-0 this.
Place your bets on more than 15 esports games. Deposit and withdraw easily using many worldwide payment methods. Place your bets live while enjoying the game. We offer 24/7 support and bonuses for every new user. Bet now on ArcaneBet.com.